Hi, it's Barbara Greenlee with Green Moon Stamp Studio, and in today's video we're going to play with enamel effects. We're going to do these cool backgrounds on these tags and also add some dots. Fun techniques. Let's get started. Okay, this is the card that we're going to make today, and I'm going to show you how to play with the metallic enamel effects to make this background on the tag. We're also going to make it on this little mini tag. The reason I made a little tag is that my club, when we do a technique, we put it in our book. This is our book, so it's got some of the, probably recognize these from some of my past videos, maybe. If not, take a look, subscribe to my channel, and then you won't be behind in the future because you'll see them all. So this is the page I made for this particular one for the metallic effects. All right, so we're going to do that first because it has to dry. So I've got, you're going to want to go ahead and cut out your tags with your die cuts. So I've done that ahead of time. And then this, I wanted to put a strip of the designer paper on the tag. So I just ran it through with the designer paper on there so that it would cut it with it. And that way I can put it on after when it's dry. So that's what that is all about. Now we're going to use the spatula. This is the spatulas that come with the little pack of these for your embossing paste. And you can see I've been using it for the metallic effects. I've been impressed with how much is in this bottle because it went through making about 20 cards and 22 cards actually. This will be the 22nd card. You're just gonna, it is getting low, but it's still plenty in there. Put it on the back of the spatula, and then it's kind of like frosting. You're just gonna spread it on here and keep adding until you get the amount you want. And I want to make sure that I go all the way to the edge because I want to be able to see some of that on the other edge of that designer paper when I put it down. So the thicker you put it on, the longer it will take to dry, but takes about 10 or 15 minutes when you just spread it like that. Okay, so that is all you're going to do, and then just let that dry. So I'm going to set that aside and do the little tag. Same thing. Squeeze this out on the back of your spatula. Looks a little different on the dark cardstock versus the white. So there's that one. And that's going to, it looks like I put it a little bit thicker on this one. So this one might have a little bit extra drying time. Put this cap back on. And then for the spatula, you're just going to eventually, wash that off, but just to keep it from getting too gunked on there, you can just wipe it like that so that it's smooth. Okay, so let me put my spatula aside. And let's work on the card while that's drying. So I've got a thick vanilla card base and got some designer series paper. This is from the Golden Greenery. Let's see, the actual suite is called Season of Green and Gold, I think is the name of the paper. So I'm just got a piece here that is 2.5 by 5 1/4. Then I've got this other piece from another design in the same pack, and this one is 1.5 by 5 1/4. And let's see, that looks like the right direction. The leaves do go all different ways, but I'm just going to butt those up against each other and then use this gold 1/2 inch strip to cover my seam. So this is also 5 1/4 long. Let's get it straight. Okay. Then I have cut out, die cut this holly in gold, and I'm just going to put a little swipe of tape right on my paper to hold this in place, because that tag is going to cover up that tape. Okay, and through the magic of television, I've got one that's already dry here that I did earlier. I'm going to line this top part up first. There we go. And we have this little Love and Joy tag. This is the Spotlight on Nature dies. I love them. I've been using them for everything. All those circles in there with the designs. Lots of fun on lots of cards. And you'll notice it did get a little curly when it dries, but we're going to pin it all down with dimensionals, so that'll be just fine. And I've got another pine branch that I have cut out from another one of the designs in this paper. This paper's awesome. I've got another video on my channel that shows close-ups of all the paper in this Season of Gold, Season of Green and Gold online exclusive. It's not pictured in a catalog. So this is some twine, about 6 or 7 inches of that together. And I like to feed the twine in from the front. And then I can just let it curl down like that. Okay, so let's get some dimensionals. kind of straighten this thing out. And I'm going to put quite a few on there because it was curly. But I'm going to avoid the center where the circle tag is, because the circle tag has dimensionals on it already. So I don't want dimensionals on top of dimensionals. And we just want to make sure we cover up that tape. I like it at an angle. And this is what I stamped for the inside. This is all from that same Mega Suite. One of the bundles has the words in it and the tags, and the other one has the images and the dies to cut those out. Okay, that is basically the card. Now we need to do our tag, and I've got one that is already dry. So these are, it's really cool on the mossy meadow. So they already have a hole. The die cuts a hole. So you just need to follow that hole and cut another hole through this. And then I have some cherry cobbler twine. And the very last thing I'm going to do is put these red pearlized enamel dots on here, because the dots take a lot longer to dry than the background treatment for this tag. So I'm using the Pearlized Enamel Effects Real Red. And when you do dots, you just want to make sure you don't have any bubbles. So you want to get the air out of the nozzle. So when you see it coming down, you know you've got the air out. So you're just going to make a dot, make a dot, make a dot. Easy as that. But like I said, this takes a lot longer to dry. This can take a couple of hours to dry. So you're going to want to just set that aside and don't touch it. Let it dry. So anyway, this stuff is a lot of fun to play with. So there's 2 packs. One is the metallics with silver, copper, and gold, and one is the pearlized enamel effects with white, red, and black. So you'll want to pick up a pack of each. Don't know if I want to set it there or I roll into that. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that technique and that you'll give it a try. And if you don't own these yet, go out to my online store and pick up some packs. Thanks.